She never thought scheduling service calls or sales leads in a home service business would be so difficult. After all, the calls are inbound, and the people calling are already looking to schedule for a service call or a free proposal for work they've already decided they might like to have done. But these customers don't seem to want to pay a diagnostic fee or a trip charge or a service fee. They seem to want everything for free. And even if we send someone for free or include the diagnostic fee in the cost of the repair, they still want to know a ballpark of what every last thing is going to cost. We hear the words, "Let me think about it, I'll call you back." And we know that this potential customer is lost forever. They're highly likely to have the work done, but it won't be by us. Why does this seem to feel so much harder than it ought to? And if we are able to schedule the call for the customer, for a member of our field staff, the cycle seems to begin all over again, as we seem to face similar types of challenges on our service calls and our sales leads. The enormous amount of time, resources, and energy required to invest in and implement our strategy, both inside the facility on the phones and in the field on our calls, is nearly overwhelming. Our team members aren't typically lazy, defiant, and most certainly are not stupid. The challenge is they are busy and they are overwhelmed. And as our team becomes more and more busy and overwhelmed with the work itself, it becomes clear that most of them are playing not to lose rather than playing to win. This does not make our team bad people or bad employees, but we are losing the battle of effective communication. There are rules for solving the challenge of implementation, and most of us are unknowingly ignoring these rules. My name is Doug Wyatt, and we're Synergy Learning Systems, and we've invested the past 2 decades perfecting the art of effective communication in home service businesses. And one of the rules we share for solving the challenge of implementation is that the words we share matter. If we could design the perfect training program for our call center, what would it look like? What kind of people would we want to represent us? What would we want our team to know? What would we want them to say when they answer our phones? What would we want them to understand about why we went into business? Our vision for them, our vision for our team, and our vision for our customers. How would we want them to feel about their responsibilities? How important would we want them to feel? How would we communicate their value to our business? How would we like them to interact with our techs and our comfort advisors and our installers? What if they could communicate how incredible every aspect of our company is with passion and integrity? What if they excelled at empathizing with our customers' fears and concerns every day on every call? What would you want them to share about you and your team and your commitment to quality? And above all else, how would we want them to serve our customers? Our clients here at Synergy Learning Systems are sharing that our CSR training program that we've invested the past 2 decades creating and refining is so comprehensive and so different that they now believe it to be the most powerful and effective call center program ever developed. When business owners and managers hear this, they often ask us, "What makes your program better?" Well, our first response is that we don't like to think of ourselves as better or worse. We like to share that we do believe what we've created is different. And the things that make it different are the same things that actually help to ensure it gets implemented. The fact is, there are a lot of great programs out there, and training companies and trainers, and many of them we consider our friends. But regardless of the trainer or the program, we believe it is vital, if we want to be great, for both the training program and the business working to implement it, to provide ongoing and consistent training for our team members in our call center. We believe the call center is the heartbeat of our organizations. It doesn't matter how much we invest on our marketing or how much we train our techs or how well we train our sales team or how well we wrap our trucks or brand our company. If our call center doesn't handle every single call like an absolute boss, then our organization is hemorrhaging cash. And no matter how great our business is, it's likely only a fraction of what it could be with a call center that is absolutely crushing it. And to be clear, we're talking about doing all of this with high service, not with high pressure. We're talking about dominating our competition by serving our customers better. And as Zig Ziglar once said, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. The transformations that we've witnessed within the organizations that we've served are absolutely stunning. And when it comes to our live events, we can promise you that these power-packed days will not be for the faint of heart. There won't be one boring minute. They will be filled with passion and energy and perhaps a few surprises and even a bit of humor along the way. We'll be working to entertain and enlighten event participants while helping our teams to master their craft on the phones and therefore help us to win in our life and business. Our programs here at Synergy are designed to help customer service teams to begin scheduling our visits with customers like never before. And whether it's a live event format or within our comprehensive virtual training, we'll be embarking on a highly detailed, deep dive into the psychology of consumer buying behaviors. We will illustrate proven processes that have been refined over multiple decades. We'll be sharing how to schedule visits for your team in the field by building value rather than allowing ourselves to be tempted to cower to the low price demands of today's consumers. Our events begin with a focus on our mindset and the ground rules of serving our customers with integrity. We'll work to create a winner's mentality and share the rules of effective communication. Our participants quickly learn that most of us have been ignoring these rules, and more often than not, it's because no one had shared them with us in the first place. Participants will experience a deep dive into the psychology of influence, and we'll be pulling back the curtain on what we found to be holding most of us back from achieving what we are truly capable of. The fact is, we don't know what we don't know. And most of us, while working hard and meaning well, have become our own worst enemy. Answering and scheduling calls that our organization has worked tirelessly to generate is an enormous responsibility, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's not just our marketing dollars that have generated those phone calls, it's our blood, our sweat, and in many instances, our tears that have made that phone ring. Sometimes over decades or a lifetime or even multiple generations. Let me ask you this. What's the potential lifetime value of someone calling to inquire about a clogged drain, a strange noise in their furnace, the price on a water heater, or a pound of Freon? I can share this. I believe that if we're losing even a couple of calls a day because we aren't handling these calls by applying the rules of effective communication every single time, it's costing us and our family and our business millions over time. In many circumstances, we don't need better branding or a bigger marketing spend. Perhaps what we require is a call center that truly gets it. A net that captures the vast majority of opportunities rather than letting them slip. When that phone rings, our marketing and ad spend has worked. Our 5-star reviews have done their job. Our website was up and our phone lines were on. And if we're not prepared in each of those moments to be the absolute best we can possibly be, we're not just throwing these opportunities back into the abyss, we're hand delivering them into the jaws of our competitors, never to be seen from again or heard from again. And quite frankly, that makes me sick. Our CSR program at Synergy delivers a proven process for answering calls with authentic ways to empathically listen, to build immense value each time our phone rings, with every word and phrase carefully crafted, shared in a way that resonates with the value-based caller. In other words, our ideal customer. And in addition to that, we'll be working with participants to drastically increase their success rate of securing our diagnostic investments. We found that many business owners have convinced ourselves that this isn't possible, or that we need to include the diagnostic in the cost of the repair. Here at Synergy, we have proven that this simply is not the case. There is a formula for implementing this into our business, and when implemented, the formula does work. Our CSR program will also provide dynamic processes for working with our team in the field and securing sufficient time commitments for our sales leads. And our clients are sharing that our 200+ page workbooks contain the most powerful, influential, and comprehensive scripts our industry has ever seen. Persuading our customers to choose us doesn't require slick sales techniques. It doesn't require us to trick anyone or to lie to them or mislead them. What it does require is serving them better, to share a few carefully crafted conversations that have proven to work everywhere they've been implemented. Call center managers that have participated in our training, that have been in the home service industry for a very long time and say they've seen it all and done it all, are now referring to our customized scripting as simply cheat codes. And whether or not someone decides to join our ongoing virtual programs to help with consistent implementation and onboarding, the scripting that is included in our workbooks is able to be studied, followed, practiced, and retained long after our live events have come to a completion. Each word, phrase, and sentence throughout each of our entire processes have been chosen for a specific purpose and will not require any further customization by your team. Now, that's not to say our teams won't need to practice their voice inflections, tone, and cadence after participating in our training. But we are sharing that participants can start implementing our systems and processes the very next day on the phones. After all, every single phone call is another opportunity for each of our team members to improve. Our proven systems and processes are designed to consistently eliminate random actions throughout our call center. Because when randomness rules, mediocrity reigns. As we wrap up this video, we're often asked for some of the specific situations and scenarios that our programs cover. So for an even more comprehensive list of the specific content we've created in our CSR program, we invite you to review the comprehensive outline on our website that accompanies this video on our programs page at synergylearningsystems.net. In closing, we'd like to share this. As the use and evolution of the internet continues at breakneck speeds, today's consumer has become more educated, ultra price sensitive, and increasingly skeptical of us in the home service businesses. Without comprehensive solutions to passionately and precisely describe what differentiates us from our competitors, we are likely to be consistently losing potential customers before ever getting the opportunity to ever set foot in their home, or dropping our price and cutting our margin when it was not required. We are all working too hard to allow either of those things to happen. We believe it's worth the investment of time and resources to find a program that fits the culture and character of our business, that our team can believe in, and that actually works, and to implement that program on an ongoing and consistent basis. And when done so, the initial investment will be returned to us over and over and over again. But it will require us to take a leap of faith to get started. It would be an honor for us to serve you and your team, and we hope to welcome you to the Synergy family very soon.